Quick pre-show announcements. Hey everyone. First, this was recorded on Zoom during a pandemic, so Ricky sometimes sounds like a robot. Number 2, One Man Murder Maze loves its fans, and if you happen to like us, hey, go to our podcast homepage on Apple or Stitcher or Amazon or wherever you listen to us and leave us a 5-star review. And finally, the One Man Murder Maze PayPal.me tip page is still open. If you enjoyed this show, why not toss us a gold coin or copper or Electrum, whatever. It's paypal.me/One Man Murder Maze, and we'd really appreciate it. And now, here's the show. Are we going? Let's go now.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Let's not talk about murdering my landlord anymore.
Tell me why, I'm still stuck in this place. All the violence, it's just a one-man murder maze. I reappraise my ways, but my favorite place in a blazing haze. And I'll end my days in this one-man murder maze. Let me rephrase. These are the days in a one-man murder maze. Man, murder maze, man, murder maze.
Fine, we won't talk about murdering your landlord, but welcome to a one-man murder maze, the Great Cow Chase. That is what it's still called, right?
The Great Cow Chase, yes.
Okay, yeah. And this is the Surrealist Comedy D&D podcast where your dungeon master, Ricky Simons, say hello.
Hi, everybody.
I don't know why.
Games Operation Director.
God, I don't know why I ordered you to do that. Like, say hello, like I don't know.
Like it's the Howdy Doody show?
Yeah, right.
You know what? I say that only because the generation before me said the Howdy Doody show. I don't even know what that is.
I know. I know what that is, but like I've only saw one episode once, and it was like one of those weird black and white recordings of like something it looked all like shiny and weird the way the black and white recordings of TV from back then looked, and it was just there was a puppet named Howdy Doody, and there was a guy in a cowboy suit and like a clown who didn't talk, and it was just messed up.
Sorry, my cat's here.
Okay. Anyway, so we are going to be doing this Dungeons & Dragons, but where last we left Horkauser, the reverse burglar, had taken on a mission from the girlfriend he had when he was in college, who he never thought he would see again because he was kidnapped to become an indentured servant.
Melanie.
Yeah. He took on this mission to go rescue her cow. Which had gotten loose. But it's a little more complicated than that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big cow. It's 200 feet tall. It's called the Colossus cow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like her entire cheese factory and dairy and whatnot is on top of that cow.
Yeah. That cheese factory dairy combination on the back of this cow.
Yeah.
Seems like a job only Horkauser could tackle.
Yeah, and Horkauser has just landed in this world to discover that either he is very small or everything is very large.
Yes, you were catapulted using magical catapult system. You were catapulted into an area called the Myrtle Marsh. No, the Myrtle Marsh.
I know it well.
And the thing is, the Myrtle Marsh is this. It's this kind of they have these areas, these grasslands in your world that the magic's gotten kind of out of control, and that's where these Colossus cows usually graze.
Oh wow!
And in these areas, basically everything's overgrown. The grass is 30 feet tall, and the insects are much bigger than people usually.
Okay.
So it's like being in a tiny backyard, or the game Grounded.
Oh, is that a good game? Not to take up time?
Yeah, it's unfinished, I think.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Fair enough. So, by the way, the piece of paper where I've been taking scrupulous notes of all the locations and people I've been talking with, I don't know where that is.
Oh,
so,
good.
Hey, I will have forgotten everything and all the notes and all the names of everything. So I'll be very grateful if you could make me look less like an idiot than I usually.
I will try to do what I can, but I just remembered there was a major update on D&D Beyond. Tash's Cauldron of Everything came out, and that has an update for your style of druid, Circle of the Stars. So who knows what they've done to it? I forgot to look at it. Maybe none of your powers were working. Maybe it's made Circle the Stars just like you have a little star wand and you have like a little Rainbow Bright costume and you just shoot stars out of your belly like a Care Bear.
Yeah, well, that'd be awesome. You know what? I'm just gonna pretend like that's the case.
That was like 3 80s references. I shot out like I'm ready to write Ready Player 3 right now.
Yeah, oh
but
God,
I do it.
Please don't. Never mind. So before we get too far, I want to talk about the drink that I'm drinking tonight.
Oh yeah.
Because we do this every time. And this did not work out so well, I don't think. I am drinking what is known as a Ramos Gin Fizz.
What?
Now, I know it's a lot. It's a lot to think about.
I think the words gin and fizz are too close together.
Mm-hmm. And the word Ramos.
Yeah.
Basically, now here was what it is. A complicated drink that I should not have attempted is 1.5 ounces of gin, a half an ounce of lime juice, half an ounce of lemon juice, 1 ounce of simple syrup. Now here's where it starts to get weird. 2 ounces of cream.
What?
1 egg white. 3 dashes of orange flower water, which is crucial as it turns out. 2 of vanilla, as it turns out. We shake all that up, and then first you dry shake it with without the ice because you got egg white in it. Then you shake it with the ice. You pour it in a glass and you top it off with soda water, and the result is, I don't know. All the foam seems to have congealed on the top. It's kind of like like if Orange Julius made something with gin, it might taste like this.
Yeah.
It's quite nice, but I don't have a straw, and I can't drink it without getting the foam on my nose.
If you
also,
say if you say gin fizz like really fast over and over and over again, it becomes something terrible.
Gin fizz, just I can't even begin to. If I do that, the Candyman will appear.
He's like, "Want a drink?"
Yeah,
sure.
The gin fizz. So
I gotta gut you still and fill you full of bees, but have a drink.
Come on, it's what I do. Bees like candy. I just can't get rid of them.
Tony Todd has a sexy voice. I just want to say that man can belt out the tones.
Was he Candyman, Tony Todd?
Candyman, Tony Todd. Yeah.
All right. Should have kept track of that.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I just landed there, and I've discovered that the grass is 30 feet tall.
Yeah.
And I am being chased by a giant spider.
Well, you had climbed up to the top of a branch to get a look at this space that you're in, and you saw that it was this vast valley of shapes, mostly because there's like a sort of a fog of magic that sort of interweaves itself between the boughs of the grasses and the twigs. You don't see any like giant trees out there or anything. It just seems like a giant grass field. But in the distance, probably about 5 miles away, it's hard to judge again because the cow is large. You can see the shape of the cow moving through as a silhouette through the fog in the distance. And so you're staring at that, and then suddenly you hear the sound behind you. And then there's a giant spider. So roll initiative.
Oh, come on. This soon? All right.
Yeah, this soon, yeah.
Oh, for crying out loud. Oh, but I get +8. 13.
Okay.
Still not great.
All right.
I feel initiated now.
Spider got 14.
Oh,
Spider first.
No.
Did.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Mr. Spider, so like, hey, how you doing? I'm gonna bite you. It doesn't say that, but that's what's implied.
If it did, this would be a much cooler game.
Let me look at my giant insects chart. See what this spider does to you.
Don't lean too far out of frame.
Oh, sorry. This way? Was it this way?
It's fine. Keep going. Sorry.
Okay.
Giant insect chart.
Yeah. So, let's see. Let me scooch up a little bit here. Okay. So, giant insects chart says that this spider is going to. How many attacks does it get? I think it gets 1 attack. It's got to do a bite, melee weapon attack, +5 to hit. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
All right. So here he goes. He's rolled an 11, +5 is 16.
What's my armor class is 16.
Okay, so he bit you. You just just as you turn around, he's like, oh shit, giant spider. So he does a bite, and he's going to do 1d8 +3.
I don't like any of this.
Yeah. Oh, he also has poison damage.
Oh, come on!
You can roll against it.
Roll against a lot of things.
I know. So you did.
Don't do me any good.
He did 1 plus 3. He did 4 points of damage on his bite.
Jerkwad. All right.
So now roll your Constitution.
We the people, in order to form a more... Okay, I got an 18.
Okay, so you beat that, so you take half damage on the poison, which is
200 points of damage.
7 and 5 is 12 divided by 2, so you have 6 points of damage.
Total?
So 6 plus what was the other one? 1? What was it?
4.
4. So 4 plus 6, 10 points of damage. That's a bad bite. You're like,
yeah,
ow.
that's a bad bite.
Yeah,
Ow.
yeah. Get you right in the shoulder. You're like, what the fuck, spider?
Yeah, and here's the...
met.
I know. Like, what did I do to this spider? Did I, land on her eggs or something?
What would you like to do to this spider gentleman?
Okay. Well, here's the thing. I have so much what I'll call stuff from left over from the last adventure. Like, I have so much gear. Like, I've got a bag of holding. There's a tractor in it. I've got, a mirror of invisibility. I can just look at that. So I've got a lot of stuff. Yeah. And I kind of don't want to, I've got a taxidermied horse head in my inventory. Sure. Like most people do. I've got a couple of crayon drawings that I got out of a desk. And so I don't want to, I don't know, like I don't want to rely on, I feel like part of me, I jump into the bag of tractors. I get in a tractor. I drive out. I drive over the spider. Like I don't want to, I don't want to gear my way through this episode.
You could do whatever you like. This is Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's up to you. This is your decision. As a person, I respect your decisions. That's
not true at all. But okay.
I've thought about respecting them. Like I had a dream once, and Gary Gygax came to me in that dream. He was like, "Respect the decisions of your players." And I was like, "Why are you naked, Gary?"
Yeah, he's done that to me too. It's not cool.
He's like Freddy Krueger.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to pull out my mirror of invisibility, and I'm going to look at it, which turns me invisible.
Oh, okay. What it also does is it makes the spider look like you. Is what that mirror does.
Okay.
You see yourself now standing in front of you instead of a spider. The spider doesn't really notice what it looks like.
No.
But it now is like looking around for you though. So. It does.
Okay.
It cannot see you.
I am going to slowly edge away through the grass from the spider. Just slowly edge away.
Okay. Make a stealth check with advantage because you are invisible.
Ooh.
Because you are moving through things, so that's the only reason why the spider might notice you.
Oh, cool! I got a 23.
Okay, yeah. The spider's like, "What the fuck? Where's the guy go?" Just shooting around, It's like snapping at things. Yeah, it looks like he gets bored after a while. It's like it throws up its little spider arms, and it's like it just sulks away like it's sad. It's just a sad spider.
Oh,
you hear it crying. It's like I wanted to bite him. It sounds like he really ruined his day.
Well, I mean, look, if he'd bit me, that would have ruined my day because I
did bite you.
Oh. Well, then he should be happy with what he got, for crying out loud, spider. Like most people go through any day and don't get to bite anybody. So okay, I'm not losing any sleep over him. So
or any blood. He did not penetrate your armor, fortunately.
He did. I took damage.
You took damage, but there's different kinds of damage. Not all of it is squirting blood damage.
Okay,
damage is more like a deep bruising, like holy shit, that's gonna hurt tomorrow morning kind of damage.
Okay, that's cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna slowly edge away from the spider.
Okay.
Keep edging away from the spider.
Yeah.
Until I'm pretty sure that spider's not coming after me. Okay. Like I'm very distant from the spider.
Yeah. You can't see the spider anymore. It's gone off somewhere else to find like a giant, mouse or something.
Okay. All right. Good. And I hope that mouse just rips that spider in half.
Yeah. I mean, it could be. Could be a red wall mouse. You never know.
I'm sorry, what? A red wall mouse?
Red wall. Yeah, it's a series of books of mice with swords. And they eat a lot of pies. These mice, they're just stabbing and then they're eating and they're stabbing and they're eating.
This sounds, if I may say, this sounds adorable AF.
It is, but after a while you're like, these mice are eating a lot. Like, how many cream puffs can these guys suck down? I mean,
well, Are they fighting a lot? They working it off on like with
I
the
guess they're
swordsmanship?
working it off, yeah. But it's kind of specious too. It's like all the bad guys are ferrets, and things with teeth that are bigger than theirs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and we're supposed to side with the mice because
I know.
because mice are
There's like
adorable.
27 books or something.
All right. Well, let's read them all. But okay, so I
Right
need to
now.
get right now, starting at 1. I am Horkauser. Okay, so he can see the cow, and he knows he has to get to that cow. That's kind of all he knows.
Yeah, you've gone back down again, so now you're just seeing grass everywhere. Although this is like make a perception check for me.
All right.
You will probably ace this because it's not hard.
I rolled a natural 20.
Okay. Not only did you ace it, but you're like, I know exactly what this place is. I'm in the dump. This place is a dump. And when you look around as you're thinking this, you see the piles in between the grass, the giant tall pieces of grass. There are items everywhere. Some of it sort of has like little glowing bits around it, like maybe they're either fairies floating around or they're magic.
Oh,
You
man.
know that this is an outgrave aligned magical place, which means that the magic is from outer space and is not from here and is very dangerous. But there's a lot of you see in between large, tall, chunks of grass and big rocks and huge flowers, daisies that use as shields, as shade. You see shields, human-sized shields and swords and half-digested pieces of armor with skeletons every once in a while.
Oh, man.
You see looks like some structures that people tried to build at one point or another. And on top of that, you see the camps that basically people tried to establish here and got destroyed. But in the middle of all that, and on top of some of these things, you see just lots of garbage.
Wow.
Like looking at one of those photos of a garbage dump with the seagulls, hanging out and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, no.
You were in a garbage dump. You were in the dump.
Oh, God. That's that's typical. That sounds very much like
And there's
Horkhauser's
a
life.
nice garbagey smell.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, this is very typical, Horkhauser. Great. I'm in a dump. Not for the last time, I'm sure.
Yeah. You know that the cow is about maybe 5 miles, you think, northward. It's hard to make out exactly the distance, but you think it's probably about that far away.
Okay.
And it's about noon right now. You took off, I think, pretty early in the day.
Yeah. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. And, those of you who weren't around for the last adventure, I ended up with a bag of tractor holding, which if I step inside of it, normally if you step inside a bag of holding, you die, right?
Yeah, you'd suffocate or whatever,
But not this one. If I go inside this one, I have access to one of three different tractors.
Right.
So I'm going to go inside. I'm thinking like maybe walking across the garbage dump isn't the best thing. Knowing what I know, is there space enough between this grass that I could drive a tractor through?
You could probably, with enough skilled maneuvering, you could probably get through some areas. Some areas you might have to bulldoze through,
Okay.
or depending on which tractor. They're tractors, but they're, as one person informed me, they aren't really like tractors because one is a bulldozer and one is a backhoe and one is a shovel scoop.
Yeah.
But they look like tractors with those appendages attached to them, basically.
All right. Well, tell you what, I'm gonna step inside the tractor holding. Go
All right,
inside.
you stick your head into the bag and it sucks you in, and you land face first on the cold concrete floor.
Ouch.
You look up and you see this huge chamber that your ancestor, such Crumbs-Truth-Tooth, the irritable, left you. Inside this chamber are 3 tractors on 3 different daises. Is it a dais?
Dais or dais?
Dais. It's a turny thing. It turns.
Like Batman had.
Yeah. In front of on the wall in front of each of those tractors is a roll-up garage door. The tractors are sort of steampunk looking in the aesthetic. One is a bulldozer, one is a shovel scoop, and one is a wrecking ball.
I think it's time. I think that the situation calls for the bulldozer. So Horkauser, but it's like a garage in here. Like, so is there like a calendar on the wall? You know?
Oh,
With
sure,
like,
yeah.
like,
But the
like from a
calendar
tool
is from
company.
3,000 years ago.
All right, cool. And is there like some oil stains and like maybe an old tool chest, like a tool bin?
There's definitely tool chests here.
Mm-hmm.
The tractors are sort of steam magic based,
Okay.
so you're not really sure how they refuel. They just seem to have fuel. You know that that whatever is supplying the pressure inside and the heat inside the engines is producing steam, but it's not water and it's not coal. Seems to be some sort of unlimited magic supply of some kind.
Oh, I like unlimited.
So you're not seeing like any coal residue. There is some oil for like just squeaking up some parts and things like that.
Okay.
And you also notice that the damage that I think you used the bulldozer last time.
Yeah.
When you're fighting the Jabberwockies, the damage that the bulldozer had has healed itself.
Wow.
While it's been
like
sitting
that.
here. You're not sure how long it took to do it because it's been a few days,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even like a week, I think, since you've been in here last.
Yeah. Wow.
But the tractor looks okay again.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think Horkauser, I think, you know what? Let's fight trash with tractor.
Okay.
Gonna get in the tractor, fire it up, go out that
All right.
garage door. We're gonna make this happen.
Okay. So you were shown last time by your ancestors hologram how to align this thing with wherever you've been last. So basically, you can set one of the three doors to go to where you were the last time you exited. So when you get in the tractor and you I think you have to set the device to open before you get in the tractor. So you do that.
Yeah.
As the garage door opens, you see it basically opens up into the last place you were, which is where you left the bag.
Cool.
So you can then roll out through that door, and your tractor starts up. It's noisy because of it's steam powered, but it's pretty comfortable. You know, the cabin has got it's an armored cabin that you're in, shaped like a bell.
Mm-hmm.
You're still not too sure about some of the levers and stuff, but it seems to. I mean, you fought with this thing before, so
yeah.
So you get it out the door, and as soon as you get it out the door,
yeah.
As soon as it goes through the door, like one of the doorways in Time Bandits, it just falls behind you, and then there's just the bag of holding laying on the ground outside.
Oh wow! Well, I'm gonna pick up the bag of holding.
Okay.
And get back in the tractor, and we're just gonna start driving towards that cow.
Okay.
We are cow bound.
All right.
You know. First cow on the left, steady on till morning. How about that?
Yeah.
All right.
So you're cruising along in this tractor. It's making things a little bit easier. You're pushing through some of the taller grass that gets in your way. You see some things like giant centipedes. There's like a group, like a little hive of giant centipedes. You go by, they look like they could have been in trouble, but they're like, oh shit, what is this thing coming through? So they scatter.
And you probably wrote that encounter up too, and I'm just bulldozing over
I've got lots of giant insects that you can encounter.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but what you are going to encounter, since you're cruising along here, is I have several. Because this is a magical area, things happen as you drive through. And so what you're going to do is you're going to roll a D100.
Oh man, this is a magical dump?
This is a magical dump. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I've lived in places I would describe as a magical dump. Remember when I lived in that warehouse downtown?
Oh, I love that place.
I know. I would describe that place as a magical dump.
I remember when one of your roommates in the middle of that warehouse took a VW bus and they were turning it into a hot tub.
They did, yes.
Yeah. Did that work?
Yeah. Especially when they parked it right outside my bedroom, which was on the second floor. My window was just above it. And they would party in very long into the night in that outside my window when I was trying to sleep and I really thought about, so I'd be like 2 a.m, drunk people like, on whatever, substances they were doing.
It had wheels, you could have pushed it off a cliff.
Well, yeah, but I would have had to find a cliff first. What I never did, what I thought about doing though, was I had a little, because of this warehouse, big space, and had rooms that looked inward onto the inside and a second floor that looked inward. My window in the bedroom was just over the VW hot tub. And I really thought about one night, maybe the third night that it had gone on too late. I said, I really thought about just opening up a tub of protein powder and throwing it out the window into the hot tub. But I did not.
You know what's great about that, if that had happened now,
Mhm.
If you go to the grocery store right now, I'm not
Mhm.
sure which grocery stores have it, but you could probably find, maybe you could order it online.
Mhm.
There's Fruity Pebbles flavored protein powder you can get now. So you could have, if this had happened now, you should have chucked some Fruity Pebbles right into that tub.
What?
Yeah,
Too good for the likes of them. All right,
yeah.
I am going to roll. I rolled a 57.
57. Okay. Let me see which of these charts I want to use. I'll use the other chart because that one's more fun. Let's see what
I don't
this
like
is
the
a
sound of that.
chart. This is
All
a
right.
chart that I found on Reddit.
Well, then it can't be good.
Yeah. Oh no, it can't. It can't be
Actually,
good
there's
at
a
all.
lot of good stuff on Reddit.
Yeah, it will kill you. Let's see.
It wasn't posted by like somebody with an OnlyFans account. Like, what was it?
You know, I don't know what OnlyFan is.
You don't want to know.
I've heard people mention it,
Mm-hmm.
and like some of the other things I've heard on the internet mentioned, I don't want to look them up. I'm terrified of what could happen there.
Yeah.
If I
I'll be
decide-
honest. I don't know the ins and outs of OnlyFans, but my
Yeah.
understanding is it's basically a place for models of various descriptions to charge people directly to access images of them in various
Oh.
states of undress.
Oh,
Now, yeah. So in a way, they're cutting out the middleman, which is power to the people. On the other hand, like that's kind of all I want to know. I don't want to. I mean, more power to all of them. I mean, if this is what you do for a living and you're making it work, I'm not going to disparage that. But yeah, how did we end up down this rabbit hole? What does the chart say?
Oh, okay. So the chart I'm using was created by a guy named Why Is My Watch Stopped on Reddit. I thought this was a pretty good one.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I guess his first name is Y. Middle name is
Keep going.
My watch stopped. Last name.
All right.
So what happens is, as you're cruising along, the sky starts to get suddenly darker and darker, and then sort of crimson, and it's sort of pinkish, and then suddenly you hear thunder crack and rain comes down, but it's not rain; it's strawberries. They're bouncing off of everywhere, just strawberries coming down. Some of them are splattering off the hull of the of your vehicle, and it's a little hard to see because it's got a little dark.
The sky's been darkened with strawberries. Well, I'm going to push on. I'm going to push forward. Do I have windshield wipers? Can we just?
Give me an intelligence check to see if you can find the controls for the windshield wipers.
Oh, for crying out loud!
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 9.
Okay, turn on the headlights.
Again. All right. I'm going to need that. Oh, natural 20.
Oh. Not only did you find the windshield wiper, you also found the switch for the high beams.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No strawberries are going to stop me from getting to a cow.
It's kind of a strawberry fog now, so it's kind of, you don't know if you want those high beams. You're going to get an accident.
All right, fine. But I'm pushing on. I mean, unless I hope this doesn't cause an accident, because I don't know what I would do.
Well, it's slipping around a little bit. The ground's a little bit smooshy now because it's just strawberry jam everywhere.
Yeah.
As you're passing by, you start to see some little structures coming up through this narrow passage of grass, and it looks like a little village of like a hovel of some kind. And you see, as your tractor approaches, you see a few short figures, who seem to have been out there with buckets, now scrambling and running for these shelters that are these sort of makeshift. They're almost like yurts, but they're made with junk. And these creatures, make a perception check on these creatures for me.
All right.
What they are.
Oh, 8.
8. Yeah, you're not really sure. They look small, almost gnome-like, kind of bent and scaly-like, almost like a bunch of what do you call it? Golem, like golem.
Are these junk hobbits?
Might be junk hobbits. But they've basically saw you coming, and they stopped their strawberry gathering, and they've ran for their shelters and have hidden. And now you can just see little eyes peeking out
All right.
through dark windows.
Is there a window? Is there a window I can open or door I can open?
There are windows that are more like just openings. They don't have glass in them.
Okay, I just yell out to one of them, excuse me,
You roll
stout
down your
yeoman.
window?
Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm trying to reach the cow. Do you have it? Can you give me directions to the cow? Sorry, I don't mean to disturb your strawberry gathering. I mean you no harm.
What's your armor class?
16.
Okay, so a strawberry gets hurled towards your vehicle, but splats against the window.
That son of a bitch.
And then he like closes his window like with some like shitty little drapes, that he's got. They're different.
Fine.
Colors.
Fine. Screw you. I've got a bulldozer. I could knock your house down, pal. Thanks. I'm going to write up a very stern Yelp review.
Yeah, you hear back. We hear.
Yeah, I thought so. All right, fine. Yeah. We keep driving. Cowbound. Right. We're going towards the cow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So as you're traveling, you start to see some other things besides the junk that is everywhere. Yeah. Again, you're passing by, pipes and things that look like they were used in more steampunky style equipment. Things that you don't always identify because that's not your forte.
No.
But there are things that you and I would know to be springs and wires and things like that. It's hanging out of boxes made of metal and pumps and in between things just old dolls and banana peels and things like that. Just garbage everywhere.
Okay. Sounds like people like a lot of people made their homes here. And is all the garbage like oversized with the people or like
the garbage is all kinds of garbage. Like you'll see you'll see normal sized stuff, and then you will see something that looks like a giant can.
Okay.
A giant tin can with generic label, so you're not really sure. No.
Wow. Okay. Still trying to figure that out. But okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as you travel along, you see up ahead this swirling vortex of light suddenly appears coming up ahead, and a portal opens up, and then some more garbage comes out, and then the portal closes.
Weird.
Yeah.
Now either we're in a dimension of garbage, or basically somebody has set up some magical system to basically channel all their garbage here. I'm not detecting a pattern in this garbage. Like it looks all orcish garbage, or it looks like all
everybody's garbage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wait do you come along upon the Clifford the Big Red Dog garbage?
No, I'm not looking forward to that. No.
Okay, roll me a D100 again.
Oh no. 45. Is this more strawberries?
45 will get you
a rain of booberries, a rain of frankenberries.
Okay, you suddenly start to feel really confident. Like you're like, you know what? This place isn't so bad. This is actually, I think I'm gonna be pretty successful here.
Wow,
I'm feeling pretty good.
This is not a feeling that Horkauser is used to.
Yeah, like you're feeling almost euphoric.
Wow, he doesn't want this feeling to stop. Like this is not something he usually feels.
And as you're feeling this, you look up ahead and you start to see some floating structures up ahead, just hovering above the grass. And in particular, you see in the middle of these floating structures, you see they look like that style of art from the 70s that was stolen for the movie Avatar. The floating rocks.
Okay.
Forget the artist they ripped off.
Sergio Aragonés.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, you see the fantasy floating rocks, but on top of those floating rocks is more garbage. But in the middle of those floating rocks is a pile of pebbles, like just not even just boulders. They look like oversized pebbles, and it goes up about 50 feet. And on the very top, you see a house
Yeah.
with a little it's like a little shack, kind of crooked, put together lean-to. It has its own little pile of garbage around it. It has a little chimney with smoke coming out, and you see a humanoid figure come out of the house, take some garbage, and throw it over the edge. And then when he does, when that figure does that, you see one of those portals open up above his house, or their house, and more garbage comes down. And it turns around, the figure turns around and goes, "Ah!" And it goes over and grabs that garbage and throws it over the side too.
So wait a minute. When he threw his own garbage over, did it enter a portal and materialize over his own house, or is that somebody else's garbage?
You see the garbage that he threw over sitting at the bottom. In fact, there's garbage piled all around these pebbles that he lives on. And again, it's about 50 feet high, and you're about 100 feet away from him at this point.
All right.
And the portal just appeared out of nowhere, and it looks like fresh garbage came out, and he grabbed that and he threw it over the side too. And then he storms back into his house.
So he's both the producer and the target of garbage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems to be afflicted with some garbage.
It seems like a very garbage life this man leads. All right, so I'm gonna drive up a little closer. I'm gonna yell out, "Hey, excuse me, garbage person."
You hear the door slowly creak open from up top. Like so are you like leaning out of your tractor, like open the window and just sort of leaning out like, hey.
Yes.
Like okay, so you're leaning out, and then you hear from way up ahead. You hear a door creak open. Then you hear, what?
I said, "Hey, I'm trying to drive to the cow. Do you know anything about the cow? Am I going the right way?"
And you hear, what? And then the figure comes darting up over the side and stares down at you, and you see that it is a Crocoko Thaw, the mock griffin that you had an argument with in another dimension over a wishing well that would send you wherever you wanted to go.
I remember him.
I remember you. You left me.
I left you. You tried to kill me or something. How is that my fault that I left? If I tried to kill you, you'd leave.
It took me so long to figure out the next riddle.
Well, that's just because you're slow. You're stupid.
No,
That's not.
It was a hard riddle. The well asked me, what color pants am I wearing? How am I supposed to know that?
By looking down at your pants.
No, its pants. I want to know its pants.
Oh.
The well's pants.
Oh. Well, it's a trick question. Wells don't have any pants.
I know. I found that out after a week.
Oh, come on. That was so obvious. You should have known that right off.
Not obvious.
I got that immediately. Come on, dude. You can't blame me.
What are you doing at my house?
What am I doing at your house right now? I don't know. You know what? I was just trying to go to the cow. Do you know? I tell you what. You tell me about the cow, everything you know about the cow, and I will leave you alone. You will never have to see me again.
He looks over. He's like, is that your cow?
Not exactly. It's a friend of mine's.
Hold on. And he goes back in his house. Comes out like a minute later, and he just unrolls this rope ladder over the side.
Uh-oh.
Come up.
What?
Come up.
Okay. All right. I parked. I put the turn off the keys on the press the stop button. However, as you stop a steampunk tractor. Yeah. And I crawl up the ladder to Coco's abode.
Yeah, Crocoko. Yeah.
Crococo's abode.
Yeah.
Crococo abode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get up to the top, and you can see that he's trying to make a home here. There's a little flower garden. There's a little vegetable patch. There's some potatoes. But there's also like some things that have been like looked like he had a shed that got crushed by some garbage that came flying out of the sky. And it looks like there's one side of this makeshift cliff that he lives on that is well worn. It looks like that's his favorite garbage throwing area, and that's where the garbage is piled most on the other side.
Okay.
He's in his house. So you get up there and you see his house. His door is open,
Mm-hmm.
and he's inside, and he's putting the kettle on.
Mm-hmm.
He's like making. He's like, what kind of tea you like?
I'll take whatever you're having.
All right. And he just starts to make this terrible looking tea.
All tea looks terrible.
Yeah. This is like sort of greenish, like green tea, but when he puts the tea in, it sort of turns just like brownish, blackish blue.
Brownish, blackish, the
blue,
color
like
of all tea.
Like it swirls.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So
Yeah.
so it doesn't look right.
Yeah.
All right. And I say, so I sit down at that tea. I said, so,
Cream or sugar?
yes, please.
I don't have any.
That's fine.
All right.
How you been?
Oh, well, when somebody dumps you, takes your wish, and leaves you alone with a mean wishing well,
Didn't seem that mean to me. I mean, what'd you say to it?
well, as usual, I begged it to just let me go home. This is my home. This is where I was trying to get. Made my wish. Finally
And-
got here.
So so you're here now. So it worked out. I mean, look, I'm sorry that I took your wish, but I was in a very tough position, and I just saw an opening and I jumped for it. I mean, nothing personal. I wasn't trying to hurt you. I just,
So what do you want to know?
yeah. Sorry, what did you say?
What do you want to know?
The cow.
He's drinking his tea. He's listening.
Yeah. I tried sipping the tea. Is it horrible?
Yeah, it's like tastes like Dookie.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna really just pretend.
Yeah.
I'll. Oh. Okay.
You're not really sure what the leaves where he got them.
I say okay. So yeah.
And by the way, this house is a wreck. He's a hoarder. He's definitely there's a sickness with this man. This bird person, this mock griffin half eagle half lion person.
Like how long? Like is the cow just recently arrived, or is the cow always been?
Got here like a couple days after I got back, which is like a week ago.
Huh. And just like materialized, or?
Yeah, just teleported in. Just, boom.
Okay.
That was the sound. Boom. And I look up one day. I'm like, I'm just hanging out like I always do. I'm throwing garbage over the side when the portal opens up and dumps garbage on my house. I throw it over the side. That's what I've always done. I look out on the distance, and there's the cow heading for the pit.
Now, oh wow. So I'm going to ask you. It's heading for the pit. I'm sorry. What?
No, there's a giant magical volcanic pit. It's walking right towards it. It'll be there in a couple of days if it keeps going that way.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know
why it's going that way.
I don't know either.
Nothing ever comes out of that.
The cow's gonna go roast and barbecue itself for crying out loud.
Well, I mean, it does different things. I heard it can make it explode. It can roast you like barbecue. Turn you into like a. It's a big cow, so it could turn into 10,000 bunnies. No one knows.
Oh gosh, I promised my friend I would get this cow back. So, do you know anything about the land between here and the cow at all?
Well, you're gonna have to avoid the gremlins.
How many gremlins?
Well, there's different tribes. There's the Hey, look at my notes here.
How long is this gonna take?
Yeah.
Should I like stall? Should I throw down some Gygax facts?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know how many of you people know this. Oh, it's time for Gygax facts. Gygax facts. All right, so I don't know how many of you know this about Gary Gygax, the founder of Dungeons and Dragons, creator, maybe created it with someone else, maybe stole it, but
I heard he stole it from a pizza box.
He did, yeah. Nobody knows what kind of pizza it was. So Gary Gygax owns a brewery, and he owns a brewery in the mountains of Tibet. At least he did as of 1984. He bought it just before the Chinese government basically took over Tibet. Now, for most people, that would just be, all right, I'll write it off, right? Fine. You know, it happens. You buy a brewery in Tibet, China takes it over. You know, there's nothing you can do. But not Gary Gygax, okay? Not Gary. So Gary, basically, he flies to, like, you know, Kuala Lumpur, I don't know, someplace just outside of Tibet, and he hires like basically a smuggling pilot. He said, here's what I need you to do. I need you to get me inside Tibet. I need you to get me past any government forces that might be there, because my brewery is there, and I'm going to bring it back brick by brick. Okay, so
this plan would have been easier if he hadn't hired the guy who created the Spruce Goose.
Yes, it would have been. And also, I don't know if you figured it out by this point, Gary Gygax at this point may have done a lot of cocaine to formulate this plan.
Yeah.
So,
in the Spruce Goose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you done, by the way? We ready?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready, yeah.
Okay, all right, let's go.
Yeah. Guys, look up the history of the Spruce Goose. It's really interesting.
It really is.
Yeah.
Gremlins.
So, he says, there's these different factions. There's the red bunks and the green bunks, the yellow bunks and the plaid bunks. They're different gremlin clans. They love this place because there's junk everywhere that they can make stuff out of. Anyways, the green bunks are currently fighting the red bunks.
Yeah.
And all I know is the green bunks are following that cow.
Do you know why the green bunks are following the cow?
I don't talk to them.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't talk to them.
I don't know. I've
gremlins.
never met. Well, I mean, you know, they're neighbors. I mean, maybe at some point you had to talk to them, even if you didn't want to. I mean,
Would you talk to your neighbors?
I have. Come to think of it, I don't know if I ever did.
Yeah. See,
yeah. Okay, fair enough. No, I got me.
A lesson.
All right, no. All right, no. Okay, look, I'm gonna go. I really appreciate your help, appreciate your info, and if I may, I'm gonna. This is not, you know, look, none of my business, but you know, just as an outsider observing this as a piece of advice, you might be happy, if you moved your house to a place that isn't under a portal that dumps garbage on a regular basis.
This is where I've lived. This is where I've always lived here. This is where I was born. I was raised by wolves. The wolf family used to live here. And, you know, when Mama Wolf and Daddy Wolf passed away, they left this in their will.
Yeah, I was going to say, look, listen.
My job is to throw the garbage over the side. And then just one day I fell over the side, and one of those portals opened up, and I ended up at that well.
So you're happy here?
No. Anyways, I poisoned you. So roll 1d100.
Oh, man.
I had to get vengeance.
Dude, I rolled an 18.
Okay, 18. We're going to use the same chart. Okay, so I'll have to modify this because it's happening to you instead of your surroundings.
All right.
So, all over your shoulders and your I'll let you try to resist this with Constitution. Go ahead and roll Constitution for me.
All right. Oh, this is the third natural 20 of the night, and because I know no one is going to believe me, like there it is. Wow. Although, I mean, to be honest, I could have rolled a 3 and like, hey, look, everyone, a natural 20. But you know, I've made a pledge not to lie about the die rolls, good or bad. So, yeah.
Okay, so you're holding the teacup, and he says, "Here, I poisoned you for revenge." And then you see this little tree grow up out of your hand, just, and then it falls over. It goes, and then it vanishes, like it doesn't even leave a wound or anything. He's like, he just stares. He goes, maybe it'll get worse.
I throw the tea in his face.
Okay, roll of initiative.
All right. 11 plus 17.
Okay, he rolled a 16.
Aha! All right, I'm going to. I gotta find. I'm gonna draw. Where is it? Busby Burby's Distortia.
Okay.
My happy scimitar, which for some reason is not in my equipment list. No, but just the scimitar is, and if I recall correctly, what is it? It's a plus what? A
The scimitar gives you. It should be in your stats there.
yeah.
It gives you a plus thingy.
Yeah, I think when D&D Beyond got updated, it took all of my individual equipment, and it's gone, man. Yeah, because Busby Burby's Distortia is no longer listed here.
Okay, let me look at my loot.
Wand of Pigs is listed.
Okay, here's
Yeah, it just turned it into a regular old scimitar.
Okay,
These
I'm gonna send this to you.
assholes.
All right, I have sent you Distortia's stats.
Okay. Distortia's stats, which I will enter into D&D Beyond when it stops sucking.
When appropriate.
When appropriate. I'm not. That's unfair. I mean, D&D Beyond is actually not bad. All right. So, what happens when I draw it? When I hit it, a mirror, 1d4 mirror images appear. If I am correct.
Oh yes.
So, yes. So it does. So I'm going to roll to hit.
Yes.
And yeah, it is for those of you listening at home, the Distortia was owned by Busby Burby, famous entertainer, and it is covered with it's like the mirror ball of scimitars. It is glittery and Distortia and shiny, and I'm rolling, and oh well, hey, I got a 2.
Okay, so you missed.
Yeah. Well, I get like a +3 total, but yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a 5.
You sliced. He dodged to the side, and you sliced his curtains behind him.
Okay.
So at him. And he's like, "Oh, I like those curtains." And then he is going to turn into a wolf. He turns into a white wolf, which that's all you can do this turn because you can change into a wolf.
Yeah. So I say, look, if you're gonna poison me, you better do better than a hand tree, pal. Yeah. I sure showed him. 10.
He says, "Ruff, ruff, ruff." It's his reply.
Oh, well, I rolled a 10, so I'm guessing I don't hit.
No, you don't hit again. So he's going to go in for a bite.
Oh, man, nothing's going right today.
It's a terrible day. Let me see. D&D Wolf. Get the stats real quick. I had him change into something I didn't have stats for. Okay,
this is go. Well, you should have changed into something you had stats for.
I know.
If I may say.
So,
not telling you how to do your job, but
he. Wait, there it is. Ooh, he got an unnatural, filthy 20. So he bites your arm. So you go and swing, and as he does that, he leans to the side and he bites you in the arm. So he's going to give you 2d4 plus 2.
Oh.
4 and 1 is 7 points damage. Yeah, so that hurt. He just bit your arm.
Yeah, I'm not in good shape right now.
Yeah.
I could be worse, but yeah, I may have to. We'll see. I'm not dead yet, but this is gonna get ugly if I don't do something soon. So instead of going after with the sword, I'm going to cast Thunder Wave as a 3rd level spell.
Oh damn.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna trash it. I'm gonna say, oh yeah, you want to play? You want to play? Do you? You want to play a little wolfy bitey? I got a little wolfy bitey for you. And I cast the Thunder Wave.
Okay.
Boom, as a level 3, which is a 4d8. But I think he gets to save to take half damage.
And what is he? Is he rolls dexterity? Is that what it is?
Constitution. And by the way, everything in a 15-foot cube originating from me is just pushed 10 feet in all directions.
Yeah, you just tossed his house.
Yep.
He rolled a 6 altogether.
He loses.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 48.
Backwards. He is blasted backwards through his window, through his kitchen window.
Uh-oh.
You have basically pushed all the furniture to the sides of the walls of the house.
Oh, great.
The center of which is now perfectly clean.
No, well, I rolled a 16.
Yeah. Is that...
The damage, 16 damage.
Yeah. Okay, so let me write that down for him.
And did it knock him out the window?
Oh, yeah, he went out the window.
Okay.
And he almost skidded off the edge. And he's dazed. He's getting up. And he just looks like he looks back at you through the doorway. And he's like, looks really angry. And then you hear from down below, you hear, "Hey, quit it!" And then he freezes. He just stops, and he changes back to his bird form. I mean, to his mock griffin form.
Yeah.
And he sort of dazedly looks over the side. He goes, "Oh, jeez." It's combat stuff.
I'm gonna walk over to the edge, just everything else, and I'm gonna peer over and look down, see what I see.
Down at the edge, you see the most cartoonish fat pony you've ever seen in your life. It's tiny. It's maybe about 4 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
It is like a round butterball, and it is just staring up at this mock griffin. And the mock griffin, there's something going on between him and this pony, this fat pony.
And I say, there's something I should know.
He looks over at you and goes, "I'm sorry I attacked you and tried to poison you." And then he casts a healing spell, and he heals you for 9 points.
Oh, la-di-da. Well, less than he hurt me for, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right.
And as you do that, you're like oh, you look down at your hands for a second and see that your wound on your arm is healed. Yeah. And you look back over at the pony where the pony was. The pony's gone.
Pony's gone.
Pony's gone.
Wow. So mysterious ghost pony just like appeared and chastised this gentleman and then left. All right. I look over at Kroger and I go, "What? Who was that?"
"I don't want to talk about the pony. I don't want to talk about the pony."
You sure?
"I don't want to talk about the pony."
You can
he
tell
just goes
me.
back into his house.
All right. Well, I'm not even going to say goodbye. I'm just going to go, okay. And I'm going to...
He leans out the window before he goes, "Pony says I have to tell you that if you come across the green box, tell them Crococo sent you." And he closes the window.
Oh, I better make a note of that, because I'm going to forget that, and I don't have my notes. Okay.
If you come across the green box, tell them Crococo sent you.
All right. Sent you.
He's not happy. He's not happy that he was just forced against his will to say that to you. Whatever the pony, this mysterious pony power has over this person.
Well, before I climb down the ladder, say, "Tell the pony I said thanks." He seems real nice.
And then you see one of those portals open up overhead, and some more garbage comes down. It rains down on his house. You're inside. You hear some screaming.
Well, as much as it sucks to be me, it sucks worse to be him. So I'm going to go back down to my my little place, and while I'm down there, I am going to cast Cure Wounds as a level 2.
Okay.
Which will cure me of 2d8 plus 4.
Nice. Cure some of that spider damage.
Yeah, right. 2d8 plus 4, 15. 15, which brings me up to 38 points, just 2 points short of fully healed. So there you go.
Very good.
Isn't that a good way to be? Maybe not perfect, but hey, who is? Not me, certainly.
My cat, who's perfect? My cat. He's so nice.
Yeah, your cat's just perfect.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's a good cat. All right, so we're gonna keep going. Get back in the tractor.
Okay.
It's gotten weird, but okay, we're gonna keep going. But now I gotta hurry. Because where the cow walks into the pit.
Yeah.
Into the giant. All right, so turn it on. I don't know if there's a speed throttle, if there's a full throttle on this tractor, but we're gonna have to
full speed with this thing. It goes about the same speed as walking speed.
Oh, great! Good thing I'm in a tractor.
It's not fast. It's like 5 to 10 miles per hour. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I should change into like a beast form, like a bird form at some point. But we're gonna keep the tractor.
Can you fly yet? Are you able to fly yet as a druid, or is that you're level 6?
Yeah, I don't know yet. I would have to look that up.
I can't remember which
Spellcasting, well shape. It's a 3 hour in moral form. Doesn't say here. Doesn't say under wild shape.
That's my responsibility. I should have looked that up.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm still not up to flying. I can't fly yet. No.
Oh, what level before you can fly? 7?
I don't know, probably high, but I have advanced and wild shape improvement.
Okay, good.
From the player's handbook, page 66. While using your wild shape feature, you can transform to beasts of CR 1/2 or lower that don't have a flying speed.
Okay, so just better beasts, stronger beasts. You can change them to.
Better beasts. Yeah. Better beasts for a better tomorrow.
My favorite cereal.
Yeah, much better than fruit.
Better beasts. Yeah.
Better beasts. Yeah.
Cinnamon toast crunch better beast.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
You know what? You ever had the farm fresh Frankenberries?
No.
Yeah, organic farm fresh Frankenberries. Yeah, they're really good. You can only usually get them at farmers markets in certain regions.
Wow.
But
there's a Mandalorian cereal.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. Baby Yoda marshmallows.
Of course there is. What's the rest of the what's the regular bits shaped like?
Oh, just round junk. Oh. It's a terrible cereal.
Every TV tie-in or movie tie-in cereal is like always like it's like everything. It's like that's tied in. It's just
Fruity Pebbles.
Shat out. Well, no, Fruity Pebbles was its own thing, and then it asked the Flintstones to endorse it, right?
Yeah, I think it was. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it was a deliberate time.
You got to eat those quick though, because they turn to just soup.
I know, real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or what you got to do is you got to just pour enough milk over it, so like it when it doesn't turn to soup. It turns into more like a fruity cement that you can just it's like a paste that you can just shovel into your face.
I'm actually horrified by Fruity Pebbles, and I've been researching them lately for some reason.
Why have you been researching Fruity Pebbles?
Because I'm fascinated by aftermarket products for cereal.
Yeah.
Like there's Fruity Pebbles white chocolate you can get. That's too much sweet inside sweet.
Oh my God! Is it coated? Is that it? Is it like?
I think.
Oh, that's right. It's a candy. It's not a cereal. Yeah, I did hear about that.
Yeah, it's a candy. It's a candy bar with fruity white chocolate, though.
Yes.
So it's worse tasting. And you fill it full of Fruity Pebbles.
I don't want that.
Yeah. I'm sure that you could probably find some of those in this garbage field that you're currently driving through.
Well, if I see any, I'm going to keep my eyes out. But Horkauser doesn't know what any of that is, so
you drive right over it.
Yeah, just what is the white chocolate crap with the fruity? Yeah, garbage. Drive over it. That's me.
Exactly. So you pull away from the giant pebble mountain with the angry,
sad Mock Griffin, whose life is way worse than mine. I had a thought when I pulled up and he started abusing me that maybe I could just use the steam shovel. I mean the bulldozer to knock his house down, but he's got worse problems than I'll ever have. So
but the boulders are really big. That would take a while.
Yeah.
Steam shovel, so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's keep going. Keep going.
His family's home. He inherited that from his wolf parents.
Oh, but it sucks. I mean, I'm sorry. It comes a time,
to
sell the house and move on. I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't be bound by that. I mean, I mean, if his wolf parents raised him under basically a shower of garbage, like, he should get over it. He shouldn't have allegiance to that. It's like being raised in an abusive home. You got to move on,
Just so his intelligence is 10.
Okay, I feel bad.
Yeah.
What's his wisdom?
His wisdom, he's a druid, so his wisdom is higher. It is 14. So
all right, then he should know better. Fuck him. Yeah. All right, we're moving on. He should know better. It's not my problem. Seriously.
He can't solve puzzles. He's bad at Tetris. Just really bad.
Yeah, but he should know. I mean, he should be wise enough not to live under a stream of garbage. That's all I'm saying.
I think his wisdom is in meditation. He meditates a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
With garbage.
Yeah. All right. That's fine. I guess if you were raised in garbage, you just assume that's your natural state. It's just a sad state of affairs. All right, moving on.
Yeah. So you drive off. After a couple of hours, you're going to roll a D100 again.
What if I should choose not to?
Oh, well, then I'll roll it for you.
Oh, okay. I'll do it then. Because I don't trust you to
Choose the form of your destructor.
to quote me numbers. Oh no. Nobody chose anything. 85.
85. Boop, boop, boopity, boop, doop. The ground itself freezes over for many miles in every direction. So you're now
God.
sort of like slipping on ice. Things are getting a little bit rough.
I've got treads though, right?
You got treads though, yeah.
Okay.
So you were going slow before. Now you're going slow, and then suddenly you skid when there's like a little hill or something that you go, a little crevice you go down.
Okay. All right. Skidding a little bit. Do I need to roll for control or?
Yeah. Give me a.
I should have kept my mouth shut.
Well, you don't have. You should have vehicle.
Skill. What's animal handling but for tractors?
I think we're going to eventually get you a vehicle handling skill.
All right.
The more often you use these things.
All right. By the way, yeah. Quick aside.
Advantage right now.
If I was ever asked, quick aside, if I was ever asked to choose the form of my destruction, right? Choose the form of your destructor, I would choose. They're going to send the destructor. I'm going to say, how do you wish to be destroyed? I say, dying of old age after a long, satisfying life.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, damn it. Aha! That's it. Oh, okay. As far as I can tell, your life was not going to be that satisfying. So now I got to accommodate that.
Yeah.
So
I think I just choose the heat death of the universe.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah. But does that mean it comes early if he does that, or like?
I think it just means you live a long time.
Oh, okay.
You're there. You're the last thing. You're the one that puts all the chairs up on the tables and turns off the lights.
As Neil Gaiman would say.
Yeah, I think that's actually a Terry Pratchett one.
Is that Terry Pratchett? Okay.
Terry Pratchett, yeah, from Discworld. It was Death's job to be the last one, alive, and his job was to eventually he was gonna have to put all the chairs on the table and turn off the lights.
I feel like Gaiman may have actually now here's a real rabbit hole we're going down, isn't it?
Yeah,
maybe buddies. Is it Books of Magic where in one of them where he actually ends up traveling to the end of the universe? In one of them he travels really far into the future and sees humanity evolved millions of years from now. There's nothing left on Earth but oceans and spiders, and humanities are just this weird green idiot creatures. And then at the end he finds death, who's of course an attractive young goth girl, as Neil Gaiman would create her. And says it's her job to put the chairs up on the universe and turn out the lights. He quoted Pratchett.
I would say probably he's quoting Pratchett.
Oh, I'm sure he is. Yeah, because they wrote a book together. Yeah.
Yeah. Pratchett's death, as you know, is bones. He's just a skeleton dude.
Yes, I do. Yes, that's beautiful. In his book Mort, which is a good book to read.
I love that book so much.
Yeah, Mort's a great book. So the ice is under the tractor. We're driving forward.
Skidding
around, but I'm gonna roll. Yeah, I rolled a 10. I guess I'm barely holding on. Plus my dexterity bonus.
You go downhill ways, and you start to skid. You're like, whoa, and it goes, and it gets jammed into a ravine, and you're kind of on the side a little.
Okay.
And you're not going forward or back. You seem to be stuck.
Uh-oh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get out and sort of assess my situation.
It looks like without assistance, this thing is going to be here, or unless you put it away and start all over again.
I'm going to put it back in the bag.
Okay.
And I'm just going to, I don't know how you do that. Open the bag behind it and just sort of push it around squeeze it around the top.
Basically, the bag, the bag is just for you to enter in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The doorways that this thing creates and that it exits from, it doesn't actually come out of the bag. It just comes out next to the bag.
Okay.
And so there's a button on the inside of the cab that when you push it, it opens that garage door up again.
All right.
In front of you, and then you drive it through.
All right. Even if I'm on a ravine.
It's tilted just like the vehicle is. So
I just sort of back it in and then.
Yeah.
All right. Crawl back out of the bag.
Yeah.
And all right, I guess we're going to go on foot for a while.
Yeah, okay. So it's a little slippery, but you go on like this for about 3 hours. Nothing else weird has happened.
Mm-hmm.
But after you after a few hours like this, you see you are getting closer to the cow. It seems to have stopped walking for a little bit. It seems to be grazing off in the distance, but you're still a few miles away from it.
Okay.
But now you can see, as you get closer to this position from the cow, you can see that there is smoke following the cow. And there seems to be a camp built up at the about halfway between you and where the cow is, about maybe like a mile away. You
Okay.
can see little lights as it's starting to get more towards dusk.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see smoke, and you can see little shapes down there. Again, it looks like a makeshift camp.
Okay. Well, if it's between me and the cow, I guess I'm going to start walking towards it. I'm
Okay.
not just going to bold my way into it and I don't get closer, but I want to sort of like try to spy on it from the edges when I get close enough.
Okay. So as you get closer, you can see it's definitely a camp. You're coming down a hill, and this is down in sort of in a valley. And it looks like they've been trying to maneuver themselves in between the giant hoof prints of the cow, because as it's heading towards wherever the cow is going, the ground is getting slushier, a little more softer, so that it's leaving footprints or hoof prints as it goes.
Okay.
But the group of creatures that are following this thing, they have their own thing, kind of like your tractor, but they have lots of them, and they are these giant treaded, almost like Jawa sand crawler. It's like you take a Jawa sand crawler and just cover it in pipes and junk and netting, all sorts of like things tied to the side. And there's 4 of these giant vehicles, several smaller vehicles parked around it, and they formed a circle around one of these hoof prints. And then down in the hoof print, you can see that's where they've made camp, and all these little creatures. Go ahead and roll perception on these guys.
Okay, and I've got a let's see what my bonus is. Perception bonus is +4.
15.
These are definitely gremlins. You've only encountered gremlins a few times in the past. They are distantly related to goblins, but not as horrible as the goblins in this world usually are.
But are they bad news?
They can be bad news because they are just like the legend lore of gremlins are. They love to tinker with things for jokes, for fun, especially if the world that you live in is not entirely medieval. It's got definitely a strong steampunk element going through it. It's just that technology can only be built so far before the magic starts to interfere. Like, people have tried to build radio transmitters, and they can only go like maybe 5 feet before they die out because of the magic, things like that. But when they can apply magic to technology, they come up with this sort of magio steampunk type technology, and the gremlins are really good at that stuff. It looks like junk. It explodes all the time. It's super dangerous. And if you have that kind of stuff too, they love to fuck with it. So that's what you know about gremlins.
Awesome. I'm really looking forward to meeting these people. So their vehicle, they're camping right now.
They're camping, yeah. Four of these giant sand crawlers around a camp.
Okay.
Part of me feels like I should just avoid them because I just don't feel like they're going to be of any help.
Okay.
But, I'm going to sort of sneak up to the edge of the camp because Horkauser can't help himself.
Okay.
And he kind of has to know what's going on.
Okay. We'll roll a stealth check for me.
Okay. I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, nice. So you're sneaking up. You're sneaking up on these gremlins.
You ever think maybe, do I lie about the rolls? The answer is no. No, I do not.
So you're getting closer. You're doing pretty good. You're like, you're not gonna be able to spot me. I'm Horkauser. And then suddenly you just notice that you've gotten too close to the edge of that giant hoof print, and you just go like there's no footing. You put your foot down on solid ground, and it's not there. And you just go face first, slide down the hill, and right into the middle of their camp. And they're all just
Okay.
like, and they all just pull out their weapons. You see knives, swords. They're just surrounding you like
Wait a minute. Is this a moment for a cliffhanger? Whoa.
feels cliff and hangy to me.
Feels cliff and hangy. Yeah. So, wow. Yeah. Not sure how Horkauser's going to get out of being surrounded by a whole bunch of goblins. I'm going to roll to see if I poop myself. Oh, I don't. That's good.
Oh,
Well,
darn
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I know. I got a 15 if you include my constitution bonus.
Don't worry. There was a gremlin there who's like easily startled. He pooped for you.
Oh, great. As long as someone's pooped themselves, it's a party. Well, everyone, hey, this has been another episode of One Man Murder Maze. Ricky, anything you want to promote? This is we're recording this way in advance, so we don't know when this is going to go out.
Who knows
So
what's going to be happening?
Yeah.
Just go to my Twitter, Ricky Simons on Twitter, RIKKISIMONS, and it has links on the first thing up is all the links to all my different stuff. You can check out my other podcast, Absinthian Kingdom, or go check out my comics I make with Tavisha,
Awesome.
or go to my Etsy, because that's the life I live. I have an Etsy, and buy
it's
my
good.
art.
Yeah, it's good art. I just still have the Zim book. If you haven't read it by now, you need to read it. If you like Invader Zim, it's called the medium-sized book of Zim scripts. You can get it on BookBaby or Amazon. If you get it on BookBaby, you're supporting indie publishing, and they're nice people. If you buy it on Amazon, the Bezos empire continues to spread. So it's up to you. Bezos. So, hey. Anything else?
No, nothing ever.
Yeah, it's like a big black empty void that never stops.
Full of socks.
Okay, that's weird.
This has been One Man Murder Maze with Ricky Simons and Eric Trueheart. If you enjoyed the show, hey, please tip your maze master for maze maintenance at paypal.me/onemanmurdermaze. Our audio podcast is available on Apple and Stitcher. Our videos are on twitch.tv/onemanmurdermaze and also on YouTube. Just search for One Man Murder Maze. Our website is guess1manmurdermaze.com.
I don't think Ricky's coming back. I really think he's not coming back. The last time Ricky went to get his dice and walked through the green screen, let me tell you what happened. He was gone for like 6 straight days. And like we kept texting him, no sign of it. Like we did like find my phone, maybe we could find, no sign of him at all. Didn't show up. When finally he came back 6 days later, he was covered entirely in Reno, Nevada poker chips stuck to his body. And he had been wearing like his normal like suit and shirt and tie thing. But after that, he was wearing, fortunately he was wearing clothes, but it was just like this form-fitting bodysuit, like, you buy around Halloween. And again, covered entirely in poker chips, all from casinos and Reno, Nevada. And he had no memory of it. And actually, if you look at his phone, it also had never been to Reno, Nevada. If you check, look, oh, Ricky's back. Hello.